Hey guys, welcome to my podcast where me and my friend are going to be talking about the food industry and the real work being put in. And I'm here with my friend who's also a culinary student, Zoe.
Hey, I'm Zoe, and today we're going to be talking about something we both have to live through every day, what it's like being a woman in the food service industry.
Yeah, and not just the fun parts about it, but like working double shifts and interacting with your coworkers and specifically, guys who act shocked when you can lift a pot by yourself.
Yeah, and all the, are you sure you can handle the grill comments?
Yeah, literally, exactly. And even though it's 2025, I feel like women are still really fighting to be taken seriously in kitchens and dining rooms, and that's not new. Like, that's something that's been going on forever. Right. And yeah, I just wanted to dive into a little bit what it's like to be in back of the house. Historically, I feel like restaurants have always been male-dominated for the most part, going way back, even though women were expected to cook at home, clean at home. Men were still the ones who ran the professional kitchens. They got to call the shots for a very long time.
Yeah, and they still do in a lot of places. At my first line cook job, I walked in and the chef literally pointed me to the pastry station without asking.
Right, because why would he assume anything else? I feel like women tend to get boxed into much softer roles, quote unquote, like, pastry or salads or pantry bar from my experience. But, the idea of like being first put on grill or saute, I feel like, that's never a first thought. That never crosses people's minds.
Yeah, like they think that I can't lift things, that it's too heavy, or it's too fast paced for me, or I'm gonna get hurt somehow.
Literally, as if I haven't been working in a kitchen since I was 14, like, not to mention coming to this school now and carrying 50 bags of flour. Like, it's pretty easy. It's pretty easy.
Exactly. And the assumption that women can't do hard labor in kitchens is tied to super outdated gender norms, like back when women were just supposed to be all sweet and calm and polite and stay at home wives and stuff like that. Like, they didn't even give us the chance to do hard labor.
Exactly. Like, they work in kitchens that are loud and intense and claim it can be too much or overwhelming, but women have always been in that environment. Like they've been in the kitchen regardless, just unpaid, unnoticed,
And if they weren't in the kitchen, they were 100% in the dining room.
Yeah, like waitressing and stuff. Like, that's always been one of the most accessible jobs for women, and I feel like especially divorced or recently single women from the 1960s and the 1990s especially, just because, that's how it was.
Yeah, and it was very accessible, but it came with a lot of emotional labor. Smiling through rude customers, managing tension, dealing with men who think you're trying to flirt, but you're just doing your job.
I've had so many instances like that at my job, and I'm in the back of the house, which is crazy. Like, and that's saying something. It's like women have to do two shifts. Like, they have their actual job and getting that done, and then having to deal with the emotional work on top of it all.
Yeah, front of house relies heavily on women being pleasant, patient, and approachable. That expectation is gendered for sure.
Yeah, from my personal experience, I've never had my boss or my manager look at any of my male coworkers and be like, oh, like, you need to smile more, maybe put your hair up. Like, that's just something I've never seen happen.
Yeah.
But it's really not all bad. Like I love it. Like, I love being in the kitchen, and I've noticed, especially, I feel like since COVID, a lot more women chefs are, running restaurants or leading teams or owning their own businesses, like, really, like, taking charge,
Yeah, they definitely are now, but even then, we're still dealing with stuff like being paid less, promoted slower, or expected to fix any tension between coworkers because they're seen as emotional caretakers.
Yeah. No, I've been in that situation, and harassment is definitely still a big issue, like, from coworkers, customers, managers, heavy on the managers, sometimes, crossing lines that can't be fixed. Like, you gotta quit. It's just an environment you can't be in.
Yeah, and we also have to deal with pressure to be chill about everything, and if you speak up, you're too sensitive, but if you're letting things slide, like, they don't like that either. So.
Yeah, exactly. I had a big issue like that with my old job, where they would just, make jokes or brush me off, like, oh, because even if I've been there, like, I was there for, like, 2 years, but they just didn't want to take what I said seriously, so I just had to quit, like, but like, besides the fact, like, it is really fun to work in a kitchen, and there's a lot more to say about it than just complaining about it. There's a lot of positives to it.
No, yeah, same. But I definitely feel really grateful to be in the food service industry and be here at JWU, especially because of all the girls that I'm surrounded by. And we all like make each other feel really special and have great leadership skills.
Yeah, I feel like I definitely feel a switch when I have a female chef in labs, just because, like, just naturally, like, I feel more relaxed and I'm not as afraid to ask any questions. I don't have that fear of, like, being judged, and it's just kind of more welcoming, like, there's something we can relate about, it's nice. Like, not all of them, and it's not all of them, but, they just speaking in general terms.
Yeah, definitely. And I like that most of our classmates in lab are also girls our age, because being in baking and pastry and getting to connect with them and sharing our ideas together is really fun. I also love seeing the culinary classes that have more guys than girls in them and walking past and seeing all the girls connect with each other.
Yeah, I love that. And talking to the girls in culinary and how they talk about the other girls in culinary, they're very supportive of one another. Yeah, I agree. The community at the school is really good. But I have a question for you now, Zoe. How does this affect you at school right now? How does this make you feel? Do you feel how are you feeling about this?
It definitely motivates me to want to like persevere on top of all my peers and really be the best chef that I could be, especially as a woman, having to work 10 times harder to become that.
Wow, yeah, wow. Zoe, that motivated me. It was really special. Wow. Yeah, no, I feel the same, definitely. And I think we're in this moment in the food industry where it's it's slowly shifting, and our generation has a lot of power to overwrite and change stuff. Less about screaming in the kitchen and more about actually using our words and communicating with one another to be the best that we all can be.
Yes, I definitely love seeing more women in leadership roles in the kitchen, and it makes a huge difference for everyone. And representation really matters in this industry.
Yeah. Representation really does make a change. Yeah, I agree with you. That's super real. You know what? At the end of the day, we have always been in the food service industry. Women have always been a part of it and pulling strings in the background to make sure things happened. And just because they didn't get the recognition or the, respect that they needed or deserved, hey, we can work towards that every day.
Yes, exactly. But it makes me really happy to see a lot of young girls and women wanting to work in the food industry and push out these social norms and push for something meaningful in the kitchen.
Yeah, overall, I think women have come a long way and a lot has changed, and it always hasn't been good, but things are getting better. Day by day, year by year, progress has been made, and progress will continue to be made, and I hope me and you can be a part of that change, Zoe.
Yes, I really hope so too, Summer.
We're the future, remember that.
We are the future, you're right.
Yep, we are the future. And together,
we're the future.
We're going to do a lot in the future.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for coming to listen to us.
Thank you all.